Coming up, Ribs Your Way. It's this week on Great TV.
To skin or not to skin?
To skin or not, that's the question. Plus, how to dress up your barbecue with this week's secret ingredient. The Great starts now.
Fire it up.
From the low country of South Carolina, it's the birthplace of American barbecue. Welcome to The Great. Jack Waybor's here, Bill West. Jack is the three-time South Carolina state champion of barbecue. I'm founder and editor-in-chief of BarbecueTricks.com. And we've been getting some great plates.
Great plates have been looking good up on the website. Certainly, if you're cooking meat on the grill, take a picture of it, put it on a plate, take it on the plate on the grill, send it to us. We'll put it right up on the Facebook page, and everybody can see what you're doing on the grill today.
Just a way of saying that you're watching. We appreciate it and showing off some of your food.
Without a doubt. Will you put your name on it?
Today I'm having I think this might be my official beer.
The Palmetto?
I guess if we ever get a beer endorsement, that'll be the official beer. But
That's the one you're going to work on?
I like these guys. Palmetto Ale in Charleston, right here in town. Palmetto Brewing Company.
I'm honoring the New England Barbecue Society fellows who keep track of us every day, drinking a Harpoon India Pale Ale, Boston, Massachusetts.
Is there a New England?
There is a New England Barbecue Association. I'm friends with a bunch of them. Chris, Gary, everybody up that way.
Does every state have one? I mean, we got South Carolina SCBA, and
seems like it, yeah.
Pretty much.
Seems like everybody wants to have their association, and they have their rules and so on.
That's a pretty. I mean, when you look at those, I just know how big the KCBS is.
Right.
You figure there's a big barbecue community out there.
There is.
So we
it's
need
a huge community.
Everybody needs to subscribe so we get some viewership.
And that's why we're here.
So anyway,
Tune in.
Cheers.
Have a good time.
We got some subscribers again this week. We encourage you to check out the subscribe on iTunes, which is great, and we love people to comment on the feed. But also, we've got an email feed that you can click on when you go to greattv.com. Put your email in, and we'll let you know whenever we have a new episode.
India Pale Ale, tasty.
Simple as that.
I'm good.
You cook any good meat lately?
I did, Bill. We were supporting Mike's Catering up in a gun club shoot. They had a skeet shoot, trap shoot fundraiser going on, certification of some kind. Mike cooked up a bunch of Boston butts, and we were lucky enough that Mike cooked us some chicken wings. And I'll tell you what, Mike Fields can cook a chicken wing as good as anybody I know, and they were fantastic. Believe it or not, 4 of us knocked down 20 pounds of chicken wings that day.
Does he have a secret at all?
If he does, he's not going to tell me. That's why it's a secret.
Does he have secrets?
Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't tell me everything, for God's sakes. I wish he would.
We need to get some good secrets from Mike.
We do.
Good stuff.
Mike's Catering.
Quick email. Let's just get right into it. He writes, I've been enjoying the podcast. This one came actually through greattv.com. He writes, I've been enjoying the podcast. I've got a few questions. Look out.
Here it comes.
I see you have, this is the faucet behind us. We had the grill back there. We had the thing off. My grill has a faucet on the back.
We'll get a picture of it, I'm sure.
He says, is it useful? Yeah, it's okay. It's basically one of those overhanging things. We hook it up and turn on the water every once in a while. Secondly, he writes, have you ever heard of infrared grills? He's referring to Solaire and Tech grills.
Excellent.
He says they run hotter than regular gas grills.
They do.
What are your thoughts? Is this the
infrared?
same thing as a ceramic?
Ceramic is Tech. Infrared is that strip that goes across the back of your big grill back there, Bill.
Okay.
It gets real hot. Cooks it at super hot, high heat. Good for the rotisserie that we showed last week in the show. You put the chicken on the rotisserie, it spins in front of that infrared piece, and just, it cooks the chicken high, fast, hot, makes it crispy, that skin crispy. Good stuff.
I don't know if it's infrared or if it's ceramic or whatever it is, but I've got a side burner thing, a searing.
That is ceramic. The infrared is that piece that goes across the back, looks like a little screen grate back there.
The ceramic honeycomb thing is awesome.
Yes.
That's the one thing and for rotisserie, I think it works great too.
Yeah, the ceramic honeycomb is Tech, and I support Tech grills 100%. Been in the restaurant business 30 years, and tech grills are the thing for cooking a steak, that's for sure.
Main thing he writes is, what are your thoughts on pulling off the silver skin of ribs before cooking? He says his mom doesn't. I've seen recipes that do. Your thoughts? Keep up the great work, David.
Bill, tell me what your opinion is on pulling.
Well, actually, I wrote back
ribs.
to Dave and I said, I always have been pulling off because it's a real pretty, it's a simple technique because you just kind of loosen up that little bit of skin, the membrane in the back, and grab a paper towel. And I always thought it was cool. You use a paper towel and it peels right off. But last time I was doing ribs, I decided I'm going to leave it on. And I liked it because it ended up giving a little bit of a, not a fight, but a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of skin and a little bit of something to chew on, which I kind of liked for something different. So I'm going to probably the next few times let it go. But I'm not so sure it let the rub get in as much. What do you do?
I always pull the membrane off the ribs. Number one, the queen of the house, Mary, likes to have the rib membranes pulled off of the ribs because she doesn't like the chewy texture. So, of course, being a great husband that I am, I always make sure that I pull the membrane off the back of the ribs. But for a moisture look at the whole thing, if you leave the membrane on, some say that the moisture will hold better in the piece of meat because the moisture is obviously not going to drip out while you're cooking. The rub will not penetrate that membrane; it just won't. And you can, when you're preparing your meat, and any meat that you do, you want to cut away as much fat as you can and as much membrane as you can, because that allows the salt and the spices and everything to actually penetrate into the meat a little bit. Now, it's not going to go to the bone; it's not going to go to the middle, but it certainly does allow it to do that. But basically, the point you want to get across is, everybody asks me a lot of times, you know, who has the best barbecue? The best barbecue is wherever I am and whoever barbecue I'm eating, that's the best today. Do whatever you'd like to do. If you like to tear your membranes off. If you don't like to tear your membranes off, don't tear your membranes off. Certainly, don't think that when you sit down to dinner and you're cooking it and you're creating what you're going to create, that anything is better than anything else along the world. Man, if you like to have your membrane on, leave your membrane on. That's what it's all about.
All right. It's a texture thing, too, as well as do people ever marinate or brine, I should say, the ribs?
Sure, I've seen brine ribs all the time. It's a good way. Brining is an osmosis process, and we should probably do a whole show. We should probably do a series on brining because brining is such a good technique for moisture and having the exchange of moisture. And when you're taking water out and replacing with the osmosis, you're actually introducing salt and spices and so on and so forth into the meat. Good stuff. Brining.
The exchange of, I'm thinking where people are just tuning in, the exchange of, never mind. And membrane. Website this week, AdamPerryLang.com.
Adam Perry's been doing a lot of good work lately. I tell you, he was been always in the barbecue world, and I've known of Adam Perry Lang for quite some time. But it's just recently, with the release of his new cookbook, that Adam Perry Lang has exploded in the barbecue world.
He seems like just a regular guy, and he's doing a lot of stuff on Jimmy Kimmel, and his book, I think the gimmick of his book is you can wipe off the pages.
Yeah, I think
which is cool.
And, Adam's, like I said, just a regular guy. Seems to be doing a good job. I don't have his book. Hey, Adam, send me an autographed copy. I collect autographed copies of books.
Hey, there you go. And he's got a real good-looking website, too.
He does,
the
too.
artwork on there. AdamPerryLang.com is definitely, if you like this show, you probably like
Visit it. I enjoy
visiting that. Our gadget this week is, you've got them over there.
Gadget. Oh, yeah, I do right here. Let me get rid of the beer. Basting brushes. Your style of basting brush. We have 3 of them here, Bill. Tell me about them.
Show 'em over here. Yeah, I heard, and we did Carolina Pitmasters. You said you suggested buying just a bunch of those.
I do.
Lowe's.
I buy these 25 cents, 50 cents, whatever they are. I use them and throw them away.
Show that camera over there.
There you go.
And then I actually, at some point, got gifted some silicone ones. These are actually fancier. I don't know. I'm not endorsing these necessarily. But I do like the silicone basting brushes. This one's pretty good. And then there's some that have, the one that I really like has some almost like, looks like chain link.
Really?
A look on, like,
oh,
so
that'd
there's
hold the sauce in.
Yeah, there's a texture on the end. So these are okay. This one's okay here, but there's a texture at the end that will grip onto the sauce, so you can really baste it on there. I like that little hook there. But the best thing about these is that you can throw them in the dishwasher.
Excellent. Dishwasher safe.
So they get really clean. You don't
Let me see
have
this
the
one for a minute, Bill.
dishwashers that are just kind of, you don't have the brushes. And I like, these are great too. I kind of like the accuracy, but a lot of times I'll have
Yeah, you got to watch the
threads
hairs
that'll,
coming out. That's for sure.
the hairs will come off, and I'm sure that'll
nobody
cost you.
wants that in their meat.
That'll cost you a competition.
I think the cool thing about this, Bill, it looks like maybe you put your sauce in here. It's got a little hole in this side right here, and I think maybe you put your sauce in there and click this thing back together again, and it kind of drains out while you're basting or doing whatever you're doing. So you could probably put some sauce in there or something like that. Probably do a pretty good job.
So you were talking about getting some brushes.
Yeah,
Watch-
I want to get into this. So if anybody has, I'm taking Bill's advice here. I don't have any of these. I want to invest in them. I'm sure Mary will be happy that I'm going to invest in new gadgets, and that won't be.
Get the ones that are textured. That's all I would say. Textured bristles, if you can find them. I haven't seen that much.
There you go.
And then these are good. Your suggestion is just buy a
Yeah.
baggie full of cheap.
I buy
brushes.
these. I buy these when we go to contests, and I do this when I get to the contest. It gets all the hairs off of it. But one thing I like about it is they're disposable. When we're done, we throw it in the trash, and we don't have anything to wash, take home, so on and so forth. We use them all the time. But I'm thinking about investing in something like this.
Then
Good call, Bill.
paint the house with these.
That's right.
Secret ingredient today. This is actually a Greek vinaigrette, but your idea was to use a
Italian dressing.
Italian dressing.
That was the ploy today for the secret ingredient. Italian dressing is a great thing to use as a marinade. I was working the other day and doing some zoning and fronting up at the store, and noticed that Kraft and a lot of the other companies had Italian dressing and marinade printed on the bottle itself.
Yeah, it does. This actually says it.
And I think that's a great thing. A lot of people don't realize you can pick your flavor, you can pick your profile, you can do whatever you want to do, change your dressing around, and use it as a marinade. Great with chicken. You'd be surprised how many chicken competitors use Italian dressing for their basic marinade when they're doing what they're doing. It's not
Any
necessarily
brand?
a secret to them. I prefer Newman's Own. It's my favorite.
Just Italian dressing. and
Italian
marinade.
dressing. Seven Seas, Green Goddess.
So people will, and the chicken thighs are a huge thing to compete with
Huge.
chicken.
Huge.
They just will throw it in some.
Yeah, throw it in. You open the bottle up, pour it in there, throw the chicken in, let it sit for 3-4 hours, and then throw it on the grill. And you'd be amazed as you change things around, because there's a brand out there. There's a product there called Mojo Creo. Mojo Creo is basically an Italian dressing. It's oil, vinegar, spices kind of marinade. Great for doing what you're doing.
Huh. Okay.
Good stuff.
So Newman's Own is what you.
It's my preference, but certainly Kraft is the biggest out there, and there's a Wishbone out there that everybody uses too. Good stuff.
There you go. Let's see. Any other reminders? We got to remind people to make sure you subscribe. Send us your great plates, and if you use any of these things, make sure you send us a picture. That's great. Bill at greattv.com or Jack at greattv.com. And yes, please subscribe, especially on iTunes.
That's right.
They've been really good featuring us. Thanks, guys.
Get on the iTunes and make sure you stay sustainable and hug your mama.
That's it. Have a great week.